Ready? Hey guys, and welcome to another outfit of the day video. This is Saturday and it's another really warm day, and I think from here on out we're gonna have much cooler weather. I think it's gonna drop about 20 degrees and it's gonna be in the 60s for a while. So I'm enjoying just having a casual sort of outfit today, something really loose and breezy. So I've got this tee on. This one is from a local shop here in Nashville called Imogene and Willie. They have some really great options for Zach as well. He likes a lot of their pieces. So that's what I'm wearing today. I will check to see if they have anything online, but I know right now their retail store is shut down for the time being. Another thing that I'm wearing today is my Jessie Cam pants. These are denim sailors, and she has like a bunch of different styles, and well, she has just a couple, maybe like 2 or 3 styles of pants, but then on top of that she has a lot of different colors and materials. So instead of the normal cotton canvas, these ones are denim, and I got those in 2018 I believe, and I was just really pumped for them because they were a lot more like stretchy than the typical cotton canvas. So they've been really a good addition, and I got them hemmed up a while back as well. Also for my shoes, these are from Nisolo. Nisolo is another Nashville company here, and I love those guys. So these shoes I love to wear with something that's more of something around the house, or just trying to be, I don't know, I've dressed up these shoes, I've worn them to all sorts of events, but then I've also worn them at home, so it's a really interesting shoe. It's a mule, and I love the sand color. They go with like most things, so that's a really good shoe. I think it's good too for like transitional weather where it might be like springtime, but then you might be not quite ready for open toe shoes yet. And also I've worn them with socks when it gets chilly out too. Yeah, just a really casual outfit. Just a couple of necklaces here that are coin necklaces from Pamela Card, and then my everyday rings. I like to just throw on a whole mix, and today I went with just some real statement ones and then a couple of little minimal ones. But today I woke up, got ready, I posted my video, the outfit of the day from the day before. So yeah, it's just really fun. You guys seem to really like them, so it's just a way to be able to put out more content, talk about clothes still, talk about what I'm doing in the day, which is a lot of just, laid back living. And then also just, it's fun to be able to share little snippets of my life with you. And today I plan to make some banana muffins, so that'll be really fun. Something that's really good to bake right now is banana muffins or banana bread, because you can, buy bananas and then eat them when they're fresh, and then if they end up looking like this, then they're still edible. So that's pretty amazing. So Zach and I keep making these banana muffins because they're just like jumbo muffins. We got these big muffin tins a long time ago, and it's just been really lovely to be able to have something that amazing and yummy. So especially like in the morning when you're just like, I don't want to make breakfast, then it's just like the perfect thing to have with coffee or tea. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm using a recipe, honestly, if you were to Google banana muffins, it's the first recipe that comes up. So it's not very hard to find, but I'll leave you guys a link for it. It's from All Recipes. So I'm using 3 bananas. I'm gonna toss this stuff. Okay, starting with rings off. So I'm going to combine the wet ingredients first, and so that's 3 large bananas mashed. So I'm gonna get my fork to mash them. I don't like to use my hands. It's really yucky. And then I'm gonna use sugar. So I'm gonna start here. And then after this is 3/4 cups white sugar. I find that interesting. When I first saw this recipe, I was like, do I really want to add just white sugar? Because for my cookies, hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, the trees just came out with all of their leaves. I really feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, no sneezing and cooking. Anyways, I've just got allergies, but what was I saying? Oh, white sugar. I would rather put like a little bit of brown sugar in there because it always makes whatever you're baking a little bit more like moist and chewier. I think it's because brown sugar has molasses in it, I believe, and that makes it different from white sugar. And white sugar is just like a little bit more granular, you know, than having something soft like brown sugar. So that's kind of what my thinking was, but I'm just gonna stick with the recipe because it's been turning out really good. Also, these are Hippie muffins, and the difference being that when you make Hippie muffins, you just leave your hair down, so. Okay, next I'm going to add the white sugar. Another way that you make Hippie muffins is that you use really questionable equipment. Like, it's important with Hippie muffins that none of the labels can be read, so it's kind of like anybody's guess onto the teaspoons and the measurements of everything. Okay, so 3/4 cup, give or take, on the sugar. Okay, adding an egg. Okay, so I think I've got all the wet ingredients. Now, oh, the butter. So this is melted butter, and because butter is quite the hot commodity right now, the only thing left was extra creamy European style butter, unsalted. And I was like, hey, that's exactly what I want, so. Okay, there we go, there's the wet. Then I need to get 1.5 cups of flour, and I'm really glad I stocked up because this is all the flour that I had left. I have some self-rising as well, and I don't know what the heck I'm gonna use that for. I got it by accident. Okay, so that's right around 1/2. Then I stocked up, and it was the biggest bag that the girl at Target had ever seen. She's like, whoa, I've never seen anything like that. So, but I figured, like, the more I need to just stay inside, who knows how much flour I might end up using. I mean, the amount of cookies I could bake out of this is endless. Okay. Okay. So that's right around 1.5 cups. And then I'm gonna add the 2 baking powders. I've got a baking powder and a baking soda, and I happen to know that the green one is the 1 teaspoon. So I'm gonna use that. I don't know why, I just can't be bothered to buy new equipment for this stuff. Like, I'm just like, why? Like, you know, when it still works, I just don't know why to replace it, aside from aesthetics, which, you know, obviously I love good aesthetics. But there's something charming about using old equipment too. And then salt. So I need 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And I use Himalayan salt for everything. Given that I'm making delicious muffins, my dietitian said anytime that I can swap out regular salt with pink Himalayan salt, it's gonna really help. I think it's something to do with how instead of actually using sodium, you're using, I want to say magnesium, and then that's gonna do something different with how your body absorbs water. It's all a mystery to me, but that's been just something I've really been trying to do, is have more magnesium in my diet. And I think that that's what she said. I'm trying to remember. Okay. Okay, so next I just want to add either chocolate chips or nuts, and since I have some extra pecans in my house already, I can't work through my chocolate chip inventory too much. I'm saving it. So I'm going with pecans today. Just gonna fill that to the top. Zach's sad. It's like when you go to bite into a chocolate chip cookie and it's raisins. I actually like having pecans in these though. I don't know, I just think that they're a little too sweet with having the chocolate chips in it.
Whatever you say.
I'm gonna leave these a little bit on the lumpy side. The worst thing to do with something with bananas is to get all of those mushy parts, clumpy parts, not lumpy anymore. So I'm gonna kind of leave it on the lumpy side. And then the next part is actually origami, because I don't really want to buy extra like muffin tins, so I think they're really pretty if you make them yourself at home. Just my taste. So I need parchment paper, scissors, and a ruler. And let me just clear this off. So what I want is, I want 6 by 6 inch squares of parchment paper, which this ruler is 6 inches. So I'm just gonna fold it over. So I'm gonna cut that. So this is super nerdy apparently, in some people's opinions, but you can just buy your own little muffin tins. But they're gonna be so pretty when they come out, so I just can't help myself. And then I'm just cutting them into squares. So I'm using 6 by 6. And then I'm just gonna fold them. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be square. I've got a little bit of excess here. So there I have 6 by 6 squares. So I'm doomed. Okay, so here we go. The next thing that you have to do is, once you have these muffin tins, you find something that will fit inside them, like this cocktail cup, and something where you can kind of like smush the paper inside of. So I'm gonna just go like that, and it creates something kind of roughly like this. And I'm gonna do that for the rest of them. Yeah, I mean, you could use a regular glass, or I've even used like a vinegar cup, or like a bottle of vinegar. You can use that. I mean, you can use pretty much anything that you have that fits inside like this. Okay, so that's pretty much what that looks like. And that just saves me a lot of money, and it's kind of fun to create. So it's just kind of like a tip I use. So now I'm gonna turn my oven on to 350. The recipe says that it'll take 10 to 15 minutes, but because I'm using large muffins, mine's gonna be around 28 minutes with my oven. So now I'm gonna spoon these in. This is like the part that will go wrong, just because I've tried this so many times and it always gets on the muffin papers a little bit, which is just fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So it's not that hard to put it in, as long as you're just like, I'm just using a finger and a spoon and trying to get it in the center. And I put like 1 dollop in each one. And then I'll add more as I go along. See, man down. Okay, we're good. Okay, so that did not go bad. Now I'm just gonna continue filling them, and to me, it's fine if they go all the way to the top of the rim of the baking pan itself, because then it's just going to be absolutely amazing, like muffins that actually, you know, rise, and it's going to be wonderful. Because I've got both baking powder and baking soda and salt, these puppies shouldn't lay flat, so it should be wonderful. I've probably made this recipe like 3 times already. And I just keep having ripe bananas, so I'm just like endlessly making more, and then I have to work out a little bit to, you know, be able to eat more muffins. Okay, so now they're all filled, and I'm just waiting on my oven to hit 350, and then I'm going to bake them for I will bake them for 28 minutes, but I'm gonna start with them for 18, and then I'm gonna flip them that way, and then cook them for another 10 minutes. And that's for 2 reasons. One, it's gonna make a really even bake in my oven that's like not very new. But then also it's gonna really help anybody, I would say, to do that, because it's gonna be just perfect for like making sure that you're not over baking it. I think if you can just take a little peek inside around, you know, halfway, it's gonna make it just absolutely perfect, and you won't find that they're underdone or overdone. So yeah. All right, so let's see what these look like. Should be about halfway done. So that's at 18 minutes for large muffins. 350, and then it should be just, see, that happens too, like 330 now. That sometimes just happens even if I don't open it up, I've found. And 10 minutes. And here they are on my little saucer. So cute. And this is such an easy clean too because of those papers. I didn't have to spray that or anything, just comes right out. So parchment paper is like my favorite thing ever. And that is my banana muffin recipe. It's cute as a button, and it's really fun to wake up to something like this. Like tomorrow morning, it's just gonna be the best Sunday morning to have that. So yeah, if you end up making it, don't forget to tag me on Instagram so I can see what you make. Figured out a way